Which are readily available.
Which are relatively, and the technologies have become very reliable, affordable. So don't let anybody tell you the wind doesn't always blow, the sun doesn't always shine. There's a way to integrate different resources so that at any given time of the day or of the night you have enough electricity. So we are there now technologically, and it's about now finding the champions within the countries, but also globally. You asked me, how does this compare to other countries? Other countries have started to transition away from fossil fuels, to go ahead, and I would be very, very glad to see the Philippines join this small group of champions in the world that demonstrate that it's possible, and it's in your own interest. It is not just for a global good or climate change, it's in your own interest, as the Senator has pointed out.
Actually, Dr. Ochs and Commissioner Alvarez, I understand of course, everyone understands the entire need for massive paradigm shift in energy technology. My question, though, is how much will this cost us initially? Because as far as I understand, this would be capital intensive to use alternative energy, opposed to getting immediately, of course, coal production or whatnot. So how much will this cost us?
This is a key point, I think. It's the important point. So we can say that, and my institute has the hard numbers for this, and I encourage everyone to look at it and either agree or to challenge it. We want to have this discourse. We have the hard numbers that if you look at investments now in different technologies and you compare an investment into coal to investment into wind or solar or biomass or geothermal, that the renewables come out cheaper. It's the cheaper technology right now. We need to understand this. But the point that you're making is a key point. Initially, the investments are going to be high. There's no doubt about this. So we do need to find the money to do this. One of the reasons why I'm invited by the Climate Change Commission is to link it to international investment. There is a lot of money out there. It's not that nobody wants to invest money. A lot of people are actually craving projects where they can invest, but you need to create investment security. You need to get the policies right so it's attractive to invest. Final point I want to make, it's not that coal is already there. For example, you don't have an island-wide grid. The people who really live in remote areas, we're not going to power them by a centralized coal system and then build the grids and log and build the roads and cut the trees to build the grid lines there. It's a ridiculous way to think about this. When you have solar panels that you can put on the roofs and they produce the electricity exactly where they are without cutting one single tree. So this is really the alternative. And coal, it's just a report coming out in the United States. In addition to the price that's being paid for electricity produced by coal, $350 billion every year are being spent just on cleaning up the pollution that coal causes and addressing health. And that doesn't even count the people that die and really suffer and the families that suffer from this. It's really just in economic terms.
We are in very close consultation, and we invited him here because he does not only have the specialist understanding, but his institute has an understanding of the global perspective. So you can have the best practices brought here. As to financing, we may not have the money now, but we can have the money borrowed from sources which will not be too demanding. I mean, they know where to find the money.
That's why we have Dr. Ochs.
I wish. It's a little bit harder work than this, but yes, we can make it happen.
Can you imagine? We put up a good system in one city of, let's say, solar and wind, a combination of solar and wind. And then in about 6 to 7 or even 10 years, we would have paid off the instrumentation. Where to get the instrumentation, where to get the technology, where to get the brains. But this brain is prepared to work for free for us, don't you?
Yeah, of course, day and night.
And then, after we paid this off, our cost for electricity would be practically zero. Dahil mura ang tubig, hindi ba? Mura ang hangin. Biomass, mura rin. Geothermal, we are in the rim of fire. We have plenty of dormant volcanoes. So, tutusukin lang natin yun. Eh di, pag zero ang cost ng raw material mo, hindi katulad ng coal na ini-import mo, then your electricity is going to be very low. What will the create a lot of jobs because we can manufacture a lot of cheap things, and then we can be competitive in our export. It's a road to development, yeah.
Let me say one more thing. You know, I'm working for a non-for-profit. I have no interest in this other than hoping to make a change. I'm here for two reasons. You know, I'm really deeply worried about my future and the future of our kids. And I'm here because the senator invited me to come and help him and the climate change commission to think. The president actually did invite me. Yes, it's hanging on my office wall now. It's true. So I'm not in it for the money. But there is a lot of money going into this. In fact, the last 2 years are the first 2 years in human history where more money was invested into clean energy than into fossil fuels. So we're not talking about 5% or 10%. Yes. We're talking about 50% plus of investments in the energy sector now going into renewables. The first time ever. Now, do you want to have a piece of that cake, or you want it to also go to China or India? So it's becoming an economic issue. It's not just an environmental issue. It's an economic issue. It's a social issue.
Yes. Okay. Sandro, talagang napaka-komplikado, no? It's a very complicated issue, and so many things, no, can really be talked about, are involved. So, but unfortunately, no, medyo wala na tayong oras ngayon. So,
but we would love to have you back on our show to talk about this because we see it as a long-term investment. We say that this is initially expensive, but in the end, it will turn out that our electricity could be actually free.
Cheaper.
If not,
at least cheaper.
Yeah. So there, thank you very much for your time this morning, and we were very well informed with all of the information that you have given to us this morning. That was Director Alexander Ochs of the Climate Energy Program of the World Watch Institute and Commissioner Heherson Alvarez of the Commission on Climate Change. Maraming salamat po sa inyong umaga.
Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.